Cuphead has a reputation for being an extremely brutal and unforgiving game. It heavily focuses on boss fights, like almost 30, and from what we've heard, these formidable foes don't take too kindly to anyone who dares to challenge them. Matt and I are more scared of this game. You see, Mike and I lean more on the casual side. However, that's not to say that we don't enjoy a good old challenge from time to time. Yeah, but we can barely get past the first level in Sky Kid. So, can a couple of casuals like ourselves beat a game like Cuphead? If we wanted to conquer this game, we must possess the proper amount of skills. Everything from quick instincts, memorizing all sorts of patterns, adapting, trial and error, lots of trial and error, an absurd amount of patience and perseverance, and a strong willpower to not give in to the desire to Captain Falcon the your TV or spike your controller like it's a football after scoring the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. Add in a second player, and now we have to factor in good teamwork and thorough communication. So Mike and I nervously grabbed our controllers and set off on our quest to see if we can defeat one of the hardest games, supposedly, together. The first boss that Matt and I paid a visit to was a friendly-looking blue slime. Leave me alone! Oh my god, I dashed away! Oh, you wanted a bus! No! I saw it. Oh. It's just like, I'd watch that one. No, give me, go! Yes. Give me. Go, I pressed it, no! This is hard. We are off to a rough start and had to swallow the fact that a blue slime, yes, a blue slime from Dragon Warrior is bigger, better, and stronger than us. Instead of hitting up the local gym to gain a little muscle, we hit up Porcrine's Emporium to purchase some performance enhancements with the few coins that we possessed. We got these coins from this goofball and also from completing a running gun level. Yeah, there's platforming levels, but that's not important right now. We should really talk about why Cuphead and Mugman are broke. We should be loaded. The whole reason why we're assaulting this friendly-looking blue slime was because we were at the Devil's Casino, you know, partaking in a bit of gambling. We were on a massive winning streak at the craps table until the manager, the actual devil, approached and offered us a deal. If we win one more roll, all the treasure and loot in his casino would be ours. But if we lost, then we had to hand over our souls to him. We rolled Snake Eyes, lost, and then cried, begged, and pleaded for him to spare us. The devil was actually nice enough to listen and gave us a new deal. Hunt down his runaway debtors and collect their soul contracts for him. So it's very important that we defeat Goopy so that we can have his soul contract. You gotta start spamming that. So, you probably have to duck. You get the duck right there. God, we're never gonna pass this. Oh, God, we're so dumb. Ah! Duck. Oh my God, I'm so scared. No! I feel like we gotta skip this one. We ended up skipping him. We cowardly ran away to a garden to 2v3 a pack of vegetables. Honestly, this boss fight was pretty easy. A few attempts later, we defeated the 3 veggies, thus securing our first soul contract. We decided to rematch Goopy for the 3rd time. Mike and I were able to successfully dodge Goopy swings and tombstone slams and got our 2nd contract. So with 2 bosses down, it really felt that the 2 of us were starting to get a better sense of the control, the movement, the different weapons and abilities. Then out of nowhere, we had to hit the books and learn how to fly airplanes. Whoa. This one seems kind of hard. We have trouble flying planes in Sky Kid. One of these days, we'll give it another shot. Like Sky Kid, Hildeberg here inflicted a great deal of pain on us. Her big old blimp booty hurt, but her words hurt us even more, man. She was laughing at us and even called us wimps. What are wimps? Wow, that was... Alright, well that was... horrible. Right off the gate. Every time I get smacked by those eyes. Oh, that was unfortunate. What? Wow. What? No, I'm an idiot. There we go. Yeah, we were playing like scared little wimps who were too afraid to look at the TV. But after a solid handful, or 3 of attempts, we made her like bad. Ooh, like real bad. Yes! Speaking of looks, I think Matt and I were intimidated by Ribby and Croaks. You know, the karate, boxing, Street Fighter, Batato looking chumps? No. Unlike these dinguses, we're black belts in Penguin. So with 4 bosses down, we confidently made our way to the last boss in World 1. A dancing flower who made us feel like we didn't understand the concept of pressing a button on a controller. Kinda like Dean. We were cannonballing directly into Cagney's moves like he was wearing a Free Hugs t-shirt. Or like handing Cagney W after W as if we were giving out free samples at the supermarket. Dude had to gain like 5 or 6 pounds. Oh, and our reflexes pipe had a leak in it. We were just standing there, AFK. Someone get us some Flex Seal. Bill Swift, where you at? This is Cuphead for crying out loud. We're here to collect soul contracts, not L's. Eventually, we patched up our leaking pipes and cleaned up our reading skills to take out the dancing flower. Yeah, a real walk in the park for sure. Mike and I knew that the rest of the game wasn't going to be a friendly stroll through the park. If Matt and I wanted to beat Cuphead, we needed to step it up big time as we cautiously crossed the bridge to Inkwell Isle 2. We literally almost gave up after our first boss encounter here. Baroness von Bonbon made us never want to eat a piece of candy again, let alone touch one. Her fight is basically playing Candyland, but if it was rated M. During the first phase, Your Majesty randomly sends 3 out of her 5 subordinates to attack. It took an excessive dosing of patience and adaptation to get a good read of each of her loyal subjects' patterns, all while dodging and taking out the tiny jellybean bully heads. Although, there was one subject that gave us a tough time. Looking at you, Muffin Man. Actually, we barely even looked at him because we got into a habit of pressing retry every time a round would start off with. He pissed us off more than when your opponent goes through Rainbow Trail on their first turn. In one round, we defeated Muffski, leaving us feeling like, yeah, this is it. You know, this is the run. Whoa, where are you coming from? What the hell is that? No, you're dead. No. But the fight gets even crazier. After finally taking down all 3 of her minions, she commands the castle to chase us down to do her biddings. Her head. What is this? What is this? Oh my God, going on? Crazy. She was real close to making us offer up our souls to her and the devil just so we can be done playing this game. It took us a long time to beat her. Yes! Whoa, I got it! And to our surprise, we didn't blast our controllers. Yeah, but we almost did against Beppy the Clown. I just hate this guy. God, I hate this guy. Just having way too much fun. Stop. I don't like it. I am not a fan of this phase. Oh, I just jumped right into that. Whoa, crazy. No. So we just have to tell ourselves that this one's easy. No. Are you serious? What? I'm stupid, man. No. Oh, frick. No. God damn it. It was the final phase. Both of us with 1 HP apiece. We threw out everything we had. And in the end, we pocketed another soul contract with our TV still intact. Wow, isn't that something? The other 3 bosses around the amusement park weren't as bad as Von Bon Bon or Beppy the Clown. Our piloting skills were showing significant improvement as we took down a bird and his son, along with the genie. We took to the skies once more against Grim Matchstick the Dragon. Though, instead of flying in our planes, we had to keep our balance on top of drifting clouds. Somehow, we always enter the final form with either one of us having a singular strand of HP left or both of us. This strange predicament was irritating for sure. But would you believe us if we told you that we were more irritated that we won? Oh, come on. I was thinking about just falling off. Whenever we play a game in co-op, it feels right when we both survive a level or a boss fight. Same applies for Cuphead. Celebrating a victory fanfare together after what we endured as a team made each win feel more rewarding. Unfortunately, not every boss fight resulted in this outcome, but it's not like we were gonna reset until we both made it out alive. That would be incredibly dumb of us. Instead of resetting, we waltzed on over to Inkwell Aisle 3. Aisle 3 is home to 7 boss fights instead of the usual 5. Our first destination was a towering office building downtown where we had a little business to take care of. Man, talk about a toxic workplace environment. Everyone here is miserable. Yeah, we'll help you out. There. The boss, Rumor Honeybottoms, believes we're on a heist to rob her from all her honey, so she sends us security to stop us. After hurting the poor old hall monitor's little arm, Honeybottoms decides to take matters into her own hands. She blasted some bullet B-bills and practiced the dark arts on us. Though one of her transformations caught us off guard and made us feel a slight remorse for the bosses that we defeated in our airplanes. No, what was this? What was that? That was not cool. There was good news and bad news about this matchup. The good news, Mike was able to defeat Honeybottom's airplane mode shortly after launching a powerful special move. The bad news, Matt fell in battle and didn't get to celebrate with me. I didn't really care. I was just happy to move on to the next boss, which can be summed up in 3 words. A lot going on. There's a lot going on. Well, we got a squid. We got a squid. Oh no. What is happening? No, give me. No! Honestly, this fight was one of the easiest yet. Simply watch your surroundings and have good instincts and just spam away. Werner Werman, a wannabe Jerry, and Military Soldier was next. We were a tad bit annoyed with his stupid moves like bottle cap attack. But hey, buddy, we beat co-op Contra on NES, so I think we know more about war and stuff than you do. Get out of here. Matt and I were in a dire need for a quick break and some fresh air by the water. But we were rudely interrupted by the ghostly cries of a nearby shipwreck. So we checked it out and yeah, I think it's easy to say that this massive mermaid creature who goes by the name Cala Maria was the cause of this horrible destruction. The battle starts and she attempts to seduce us. Hi, mama! Call us anytime! We actually had to call the police because she turned into an absolute menace and wanted to destroy us. Then later, she turned into a form that resembled Medusa. Then she actually turned into Medusa and then turned us into actual babies. No! Listen to me! Maria! What's your no, I should have just... Our strategy was a simple one. Convince ourselves that this battle was gonna be easy. This is easy. It wasn't easy. She made us eat those words, similar to how she devoured those poor sailors that she burped up at us. No, give me. No, what? Oh my God. No, are you? That one just got the blood pumping. Sally's veins were pumping with pure insanity. Sally, whoa, relax. What did we even do? Maybe because we crashed her play wedding to snatch her soul contract to give to the devil. So Sally was big time raging. John the groom was freaking out. And the priest was shaking in his boots and pissing in his pants. Lord almighty, help us all. In the next act, we had to frantically dodge Sally's spinning jump cakes, toys, and baby bottles that were being hucked out the windows by Sally and John's rotten children. John, do something. Yeah, then we kind of offed Sally. It was an accident. accident. I mean, if John would have stepped in and did something, this would have happened. But the fight wasn't over. We were in what appeared to be heaven. Sally descended in the form of a goddess and struck us down with meteors, lightning, and a random tidal wave. Where did that even come from? After beating her cardboard goddess form, the play was over and the standing ovation began. Give it up for the star of the show, Sally! We ruined her big moment and everyone was absolutely horrified at us. The spotlight was now shining brightly on Cuphead and Mugman. That's right, we were the stars of the show, putting on an impressive performance of overcoming difficult boss fights and snatching soul contracts. Only 2 more to go. But then, everything that we worked so hard to achieve came crashing down in Junkyard Jive, featuring Dr. Carl, the mad scientist, and his trusty giant robot. These two were on a mission to steal the spotlight from us and end our Cuphead career. We could just hear the insidious devil cackling and rubbing his hands together, ready to trap our souls for eternity. Dr. Carl schemed up the perfect plan to take us down because dang, he was doing an amazing job at it. However, we devised a plan ourselves. So the robot has 3 weak points: its antenna, the chest, and its abs. We couldn't stand the drones that he launched from his stomach garage, so we took out his abs first and simply moved our way upwards until we snapped his little antenna. It might sound simple, except the battle gets harder. After dismantling one of the robot's body parts, it triggers another attack. For example, destroying his chest will cause him to shake his arms all about and whip out a giant magnet that pulls us towards it, hindering our movement for a period of time. There's also bombs and more lasers with a side of nuts and bolts. So after all 3 parts were neutralized, we had to strike its heart, and dang did it seem like it had a heaping amount of HP. The moment we broke the robot's heart, the automation's head blasts off and the second phase commences. Yeah, that's right. All of that was just the first phase. Fighting Cala Maria's floating head was nothing compared to fighting Dr. Kyle's floating robot head. It took us a decent amount of attempts to reach the final phase, and we didn't know that we'd hate this boss even more. Dr. Kyle is a Dr. Robotnik wannabe. I mean, look, he's got counterfeit chaos emerald. And what's so funny, huh? Stop laughing at us. Even the robot itself looked like it was ripped from the cast of Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bee Machine. Like Sky Kid. I mean, Mean Machine is another game that we can't beat, one that we don't really want to talk about. But we refuse to have Cuphead join the games that have gotten the best of us in the past. So after well over an hour of trial and error, we got the knockout. Without me there to celebrate. Yeah, that sucks, but the Phantom Express was the last remaining boss before the final area. Yeah, this one was the easiest one. Getting ourselves to sit down and watch the trauma-inducing Spills and Chills episode of Thomas the Train is harder than this boss. Yes, we were absolutely mortified by this episode and always ran out of the room at the giant boulder part. So we crossed the tracks and made our way downstairs, where we were back on the front door steps of the Devil's Casino in Inkwell Hell. We were surprised with the confrontation from King Dice, who did not look so happy with us. He pulled a fast one on us and demanded we play a little game with him before we see the devil. We were then thrusted onto a board game against our will. The board is labeled with numbers and safe spots. A dice block numbered 1 through 3 appears in the middle. Hit the block, move that many spaces. If we land on a safe space, nothing happens and we get to roll again. But if we land on a numbered spot, a mini boss fight ensues. We learned the hard way that our HP carries over on the next round. In other words, this was sort of an endurance test. What's worse, if we lost, we had to start all over. Obviously, reserving as much HP as possible was the highest of priorities. Because trust us, you don't want to be fighting Mr. King Dice with 1 HP apiece. Whoa! What? Hey! Whoa! No! Whoa. We were beginning to have our doubts in our skills, worried that this was going to be the run stopper. However, we accidentally came up with a strategy about hoarding a lot of HP. Every time an attack lands, your super meter charges up. Max it out and you can launch a powerful super attack. You can also spend 1 piece of the meter to perform an EX attack. Each weapon has a different EX move. The crack shot, which was a weapon that I was using, shoots out a turret that when parried, launches at an enemy. Since I had the heart ring charm equipped, it gave me 1 additional HP for every 1st, 3rd, and 6th parry. So by stacking up cards, I could shoot turrets for Mike to parry, and voila, more HP for Mike. We acted like we made a groundbreaking, world-changing discovery. Yeah, but it didn't work out the way we wanted it to. No, give me, you motherfucker, give me! Give it! I'm trying! Alright, well this is gonna be a while. But then we realized something. What if we both had this setup? Crack shots and heart rings. But there was a problem. Matt didn't have enough coins to purchase one. We already completed all of the run and gun levels, so there weren't any more coins left to collect. We thought about dipping into the DLC to snag some coins, but we just looked up ways to get coins and discovered that there were some secret ones hidden throughout the overworld. So with our wallets be looking a little fat, we went on a shopping spree. This time, our plan worked perfectly. Almost. I died at the last second and didn't get to celebrate. No! Are you kidding? Whatever. I don't even care. So we made that the main objective for the final battle against the devil. No matter what, we both had to make it out alive and celebrate the monumental moment of conquering Cuphead together. The rules were simple. If one of us floats away off screen, it's an automatic reset. So with the door to the devil's office unlocked, we popped in to hand over the soul contracts. Or did we? No. We're gonna admit that we are both a little scared of this battle. Like, it was gonna be this insane final boss fight. Up there with like Undertale or Dark Souls. It actually, it wasn't that bad. We were shooting our crack shots and parrying our turrets over and over until we reached the final phase where the devil started crying like a big baby boy. Shut up. Bam, we got the knockout. We got it?
I died though.
No. Quit. Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of messed up the whole moment, so we had to do it again. That was so easy. Yeah, this time we both beat Cuphead. The devil surrendered, we burned the soul contracts, thus releasing the bosses that we defeated from their debt. We then told the news to all the bosses and threw a huge party to commemorate our success. The end. Well, I guess we did have what it takes to beat Cuphead. No TV shattered, no controller sent to the hospital, and no chance in hell that we will ever attempt an expert deathless run. We look forward to the day of carrying over everything we learned to take on the delicious last course DLC. Honestly, the DLC will probably be a cakewalk. I'm like, Sky Kid? Oh, come on, that was bold. No! Why can't we beat this game?